Good morning, students. Another important question for the board exam point of view. 2 marks question. The chapter name is communication system. So from these very short answers, number one, first very short answer is what is the basic blocks of communication system? That is the question. So as you know that basic blocks of the communication systems are transmitter, medium or channel, and receiver. That is a best answer. You can read the example also. So if you want to communicate between the two persons, then what are the requirement is there? So for example, you and I are discussing something. That means I am the transmitter, you are the receiver. In between them, our language is the channel. So best example. Next will be the question number 2. What is World Wide Web? World Wide Web. So many persons know that www. So as you know that world wide, as you know, web means web. The meaning of the web is collection of documents is nothing but the web. So everybody have to know www.google.com, google.co.in. So many sites are there. For that you require www. So in simple definition for this is www is the encyclopedia of knowledge accessible to everyone round the clock throughout the year is nothing but World Wide Web. So that's all. Next question number 3. Mention the frequency range of the speech signals. So speech signal range will be generally audible frequency range for the human ear can hear is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Whereas if you speak something, if your speech is going on, if a lecture is giving, if you are talking with someone, then the signal frequency is in between 300 hertz to 3100 hertz, so that we can hear without any problems. So question number 3, that is. So question number 4, what is a skywave propagation? So how can we define the skywave propagation? So it is a long distance communication between the 2 points on the earth is achieved through the reflection of electromagnetic wave by ionosphere. Such waves are called skywave. This mode of propagation is called skywave propagation. So this is skywave propagation. Say for example, this is the earth surface. This is one antenna is there. Above the surface of the earth, so many layers are there, which we can call as D, E, F1, F2. These are the layers. So skywave propagation means from the definition, whenever the signal wave sending from this point, it will be received at this particular point by the reflection of these waves. This type of propagation we can call as the skywave propagation. Now the question number 5. Mention the various parts of the ionosphere. Just now we discussed. The various parts of the ionosphere are D, E, F1, F2. D layer you can call as that is a part of stratosphere. E also part of stratosphere. F1 is the part of mesosphere. F2 is the part of thermosphere. So next question number 6. Define modulation. Why it is necessary? Why is it necessary? That is very important problem. Important, very short answer. So modulation means the process of combining low frequency signal with high frequency signal is called modulation. Or simply you can say the process of combining audio frequency signal with high frequency signal is nothing but the modulation. So modulation is necessary for following reasons. Why modulation is required? So for this, to reduce the size of the antenna, to increase the effective power radiated by the antenna, to avoid mixing up signals from different transmitters, to transmit audio frequency signal to the long distance. Any two you can write, no need to write 4. So first question is reduce the size of the antenna. Size of the antenna reducing means in the olden days, around 70, 80s, 90s, for the TV point of view, for watching the TV, antenna should be provided just above the top of the building. That antenna size is very large size. So that too depending on why because very less stations are there. If you observe in Andhra Pradesh, when it is combined with Andhra and Telangana, only TV stations are very less stations are there. Is one is in Hyderabad, Doordarshan Kendram. Another is tower is located in the I think Kondapalli, that is near Vijayawada. So for this point of view, they required for the signals, antenna should be provided. So by using this modulation, you can reduce the size of the antenna. Initially, the antenna size will be around 10 meters, 8 meters like that. So after that, gradually decreasing the antenna size by using the boosters. That is a modulation. Next question second point is okay, effective power variety, same thing. Avoid mixing of signals from the different transmitters. So for example, if you observe in the olden days, radio systems are there. In the radios, sometimes sounds will be coming with mixing sounds. That is one program is running means other program sound also we can hear. So such type of mixing will be avoided by using this modulation topic. So question number 7, that is mention the basic methods of modulation. So what are the basic methods of modulation? That is AM, that is amplitude modulation, 2 is frequency modulation, 3 is phase modulation. If you want to explain this, amplitude modulation means changing the amplitude by keeping the frequency and phase constant. So frequency modulation means by changing the frequency by keeping amplitude and phase constant. Phase modulation means by changing the phase by keeping the amplitude and frequency constant. That is a simple definitions. See, they are asking just to type methods only, they were asking. That means simply you can write like this was. Next question number 8, which type of communication is employed in the mobile phones? So we can say in mobile phones a line of sight communication is employed, that is space wave propagation is used for the communication. LOS we can say, line of sight. Next, 9th question, what would be the bandwidth of the frequency required for the transmission of pictures using video signals? So this is the picture signals, that is for TVs, they are using the bandwidth is around 4.2 megahertz. So that is about the 9 very short answers for this. Okay, thank you for watching.